dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky. This is WYMT Mountain News at 6.
In October of last year, AEP announced its plans to sell Kentucky Power to Liberty Utilities. One Eastern Kentucky lawmaker says she thought it was a good idea at first, but she and other mountain lawmakers have some serious concerns. WYMT's Dakota Makris reports from Frankfort.
Members of the Kentucky Mountain Caucus say they are worried if Liberty Utilities takes over Kentucky Power, then it could possibly cause customers in Eastern Kentucky to see higher energy bills.
The message is always the same, that there is no way my people can afford the rates that they're being charged for electricity, which in many cases are more than they pay for their mortgage or rent.
Lawmakers held a news conference on Thursday discussing their concerns, and members signed a bipartisan letter to the Public Service Commission before Monday's hearing. Representative Angie Hatton says she believes Liberty overbid on assets. The letter says they want the commission to stop the sale or return 90% of the excess profit back to customers in a form of a rebate on their bills.
Our ratepayers back home cannot handle additional charges on their electrical bill.
Liberty Utilities officials say they are working to lower power bills, like creating a $40 million fund to help offset some fluctuating fuel rates for Eastern Kentucky customers.
Right now, if you have a high fuel cost hits a customer bill, they're seeing all of that impact at once. We hope to spread that out over a period of time, and it'll have to be approved by the commission.
Lawmakers also brought up the decommissioning of a Big Sandy plant.
We're doing a vacation on a rider that's helping to pay for the retirement of Big Sandy coal plant that was retired a few years ago. That'll go away for at least 3 years.
Saying those two initiatives could lead to a 14 to 16% reduction in residential customer rates. In Frankfort, Dakota Makris, WYMT Mountain News.
The initiative to reduce power bills by 14 to 16% could help several Eastern Kentucky families. Now, for example, if you are currently paying $200 a month on electricity, that means your new bill would be at or around $172. Attorney General Daniel Cameron released a statement saying in part, quote, "If the PSC disagrees with us and approves the sale, I hope it will make whole the thousands of Eastern Kentuckians who for years have struggled with unreasonably high rates and chronic underinvestment in their utility infrastructure." A bill to ban transgender girls from girls' sports in Kentucky is now on the way to the governor. Senate Bill 83 received final passage in the Senate this evening. It's already passed the House. Supporters say it protects girls' sports by making sure they have a fair chance to succeed. The ACLU and Fairness Campaign say it's not necessary and will jeopardize students' mental health.
Cooler air continues to work into the region this afternoon and evening. We're going to continue to watch the potential for a few of those showers heading into mainly the day tomorrow and into Saturday as well. A few more clouds working into the Cumberland Valley this evening, but still plenty of sunshine. I-75 at London, all is smooth and quiet on the interstate at this hour. Mountain Parkway at Slade. Again, a few more clouds working on through. They've been a little closer to where the showers have been today, but all is mostly quiet. It's been a rather average day temperature-wise around the mountains. We've been in the upper 50s in the Cumberland Valley, into the low 60s in the Big Sandy, and that all evens out to about 60, which is our average temperature this time of year, and those southwest winds continue. 10 to 15 miles per hour out there. It's been a breezy one. Few showers trying to work through the I-64 corridor. Many of those may not even be making it to the ground, but a few trying to get going into portions of Harlan and Leslie counties. So just keep an eye on things, but most of us look to stay dry through the evening hours. Clouds, though, will increase later on tonight as we continue to watch that system move in. Partly cloudy skies and eventually into mostly cloudy as we head into the morning hours with temperatures in the 40s. I'll have the details on when those showers move in coming up in just a bit. Steve.
Evan, thank you. Recently obtained court documents detail what led up to the murder of Laurel County businessman Brian McCarty. The arrest warrant says records show Victoria Strelski's phone was at the scene of the crime, McCarty's house, on the day he was killed. Investigators say Strelski Google searched "how long to die with multiple gunshot wounds to chest." Will a .22 penetrate the heart and rib cage, as well as body temperature after death chart? They determined McCarty's death was caused by 3 .22 caliber gunshot wounds. Deputy Gilbert Achardo says the victim was well known and well liked.
Everybody knew him in the area. He was known to be a great guy, a very generous guy, and you know, it was a shock to the community whenever he was killed.
The Laurel County Sheriff's Department says they have some ideas about the motive behind this crime, but they'll wait and let the court decide. Strelski's bail is currently set at $500,000. We've also learned new details today about a man arrested in Rowan County after police say explosives were found in his car near Rodburn Hollow Park. An officer stopped 46-year-old Buffy Littrell yesterday after reports of a reckless driver. Police say Littrell appeared to be on drugs. When an officer searched his car, he says he found a box with 5 pipe bombs as well as other bomb-making materials. The bomb squad confirmed the explosives were live. Littrell is charged with possession of a destructive device and drug charges. Federal charges are pending. Police are asking for your help to identify 2 women they believe are involved in a scheme involving stolen checks. Kentucky State Police released surveillance photos on Thursday as part of their investigation. We are told stolen checks were written out to Walmart, Food City, Gas and Go, and another local business in Harlan in the last few days. There are photos of the 2 women police are searching for and the car they may have been driving at the time. If you have any information, you can call the KSP Post in Harlan at 606-573-3131, and you can remain anonymous. We now know the name of a Kentucky man who was killed in a crash earlier this month in Ohio. On March 12th, police tell us a 2-vehicle crash led to a deadly fire. 3 men were pronounced dead at the scene. One of them was 23-year-old Anuj Duda from Williamsburg. He graduated last December from the University of the Cumberlands. He was also on their debate team. The Kentucky Transportation Cabinet sent a release on Thursday informing drivers in the area that Kentucky 292 will have daytime closings for the next few weeks. The work started Wednesday on an embankment failure at mile point 24.03. Officials with KYTC said the work is expected to last about 3 weeks and the closings will be between 8 a.m. and 5:30 p.m. Temporary traffic signals will be set up in the area. Drivers should use alternate routes when possible and use caution when you're in that part of Martin County. A Kentucky singer and songwriter who has been one of the most popular Christian music artists for decades will be performing a concert in Lexington this weekend. Stephen Curtis Chapman's upcoming performance in the Bluegrass comes on the heels of a benefit that raised tens of thousands of dollars for Kentucky tornado victims. Chapman is from Paducah and used to work at his father's music store there. WYMT's Phil Pendleton spoke to Chapman about his music and ministry and his deep love for Kentucky.
When I heard about the tornadoes, of course, was just so heartbroken, and immediately started to think, you know, what can I do? What can we do?
Stephen Curtis Chapman grew up in Paducah, but his dad's music store had its roots in Mayfield.
I grew up working in his music store. My first job was, you know, cleaning, you know, polishing and dusting off guitars and selling guitar picks, you know, to customers and things like that at my dad's store. So got a lot of love for Mayfield.
So he called his friend Ricky Skaggs and other artists with Kentucky roots and put on a concert to raise money for the storm victims.
So that was really special. And we raised over $200,000 for the folks there in Mayfield in partnership with Samaritan's Purse.
Despite growing up in far western Kentucky, Chapman does have a number of connections here in central Kentucky. He started his college career at Georgetown before transferring to Nashville, and his daughter almost went to the University of Kentucky.
So it will very much be a homecoming. I'm super excited to be. Anytime I play in Kentucky, it just feels like, you know, like I'm home. But I've got some real memories, special memories and friendships there in the Lexington area.
Chapman has been in the music scene for 35 years, but more recently, since the death of his daughter, he says he can help people relate to loss.
And ultimately to have a faith in a God who says, you're not ever going to be alone. I'm going to walk with you. I can't explain it all to you. I can't make this all make sense, but I can tell you that the story's not over.
In Lexington, Phil Pendleton, WKYT.
Chapman will perform on Sunday, March 27th at Lexington's Emmanuel Baptist Church.
Showers will be with us, but not constantly as we head into the next couple of days. I'll have the very latest coming up.
And the annual Mountain Girl Experience returns to Pikeville this year, highlighting women in Appalachia. And after more than a year, one Paintsville man has turned 25,000 stickers into a portrait of a country music icon.
WYMT News app offers alerts on breaking stories as they